Hello, my name is Connie Riley from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm the founder and the president of the Southeastern Pastel Society. Please make sure you stay muted during the ceremony. We ask the winners to unmute when they are announced. We'll give a short, maybe 30 to 60 seconds time for them to say something. We ask that you make your comments through the chat. We do have Ann Spivey who will be monitoring that, and at some point where we will, she'll answer questions and she can make comments during the demo. We're excited to bring to you today. We'd like to welcome you to the award ceremony of the 2022 Southeastern Pastel Society Make Your Mark International Online Exhibition. Our membership, which is over about 200 now, is far-reaching. We have viewers and members from around the world here today. We thank you for all of you for attending via Zoom, and we are very excited that you are here. We are a diverse group. I want to also wish you a happy Easter, happy Passover, and we also send our prayers to our friends in the Ukraine and China today. We are grateful that you are here. Welcome to our special guest and international artist coming to us all the way from Scotland, Tony Allain. Welcome to our board, our chairs, our volunteers, and our cherished members. We wish you the best and success in your art. I'd like to thank all of those who have been involved in planning, organizing, and promoting this exhibition. It takes a village to put on an online exhibit together, and there are many hours given behind the scenes by our volunteers who have worked to make this exhibit successful. Our dedicated, skilled, and talented volunteers are amazing. A great big thank you goes to all of our volunteers, and especially today, those involved in assisting with this online exhibit. We would like to recognize these members: our exhibition and Zoom production team, our exhibit chair awards, co-announcer Ann Spivey, president and co-announcer Connie Riley, show submit Donna McGew, technical administrator Sandy Terry, Zoom team Terry Metzler, Cheryl Tryon, Debbie Anderson, Terry Weitzel, and Ann Spivey, communications Becky Postel and Margaret Dyer, show submit online exhibit Austin Hamby, who has made entering an exhibit a breeze, and we're thankful for that. Because our volunteers are so numerous, I won't be able to announce all of them. It'd be like seeing movie credits for a long time if I went through that list, but we do recognize all of our volunteers and our members that support us. I'd like to also thank our board, our Vice President, Terry Metzler, Secretary and Publicity Chair, Cheryl Tryon, our Treasurer, Donna Clark. We have a talented and skilled team of volunteers, and we thank you all for your donation of time to support SPS. We would not exist without our volunteers and our members' support. We also invite and welcome new volunteers. If you'd like to help, we need many hands. Please contact us through our website. Just Google Southeastern Pastel Society. As you know, we do not get paid for our volunteering, but the personal reward and growth as an artist is great. I also want to thank Tony Allain, our international artist juror, for the exhibition and his time for judging the entrance and the awards for this show, and his willingness also to do a pastel demonstration for us after the awards ceremony. We look forward to that, Tony. We have also a system that offers members opportunities to grow as an artist. And we have a level of achievement called Member of Excellence, which when a member had art accepted in 3 of our juried exhibitions, they may achieve the status of Member of Excellence. And they can use our SPS initials on their paintings by their signature to indicate this level. We have some new Member of Excellence achievers, and we'd like to recognize them for reaching this new status. You will get a certificate. Allow us a couple of weeks to get that out to you, but congratulations to you all. Now, I would like to introduce our Make Your Mark exhibition chair, Ann Spivey. and turn the time over to her and to our guest, Tony Allain, for the slideshow of the exhibit and awards. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie, very much. A huge thank you to the 163 artists from around the world who submitted 514 paintings for consideration in the Make Your Mark Southeastern Pastel Society juried international competition. This show would not have been possible without each one of these entrants. I imagine it was a tremendous task for our juror, Tony Allain, to narrow it down to 121 paintings among such a strong array of talented work. Thank you so much, Tony, and thank you in advance for the commentary during the award ceremony and also for the painting demonstration that will follow. Watching the submissions come in was pure joy, especially as we saw the competition quickly blossom into an international exhibition. It is a great time to be an artist, as artists around the world are able to appreciate each other's work and to create a show representing 22 states and 17 countries. Truly amazing. It gives me great pleasure to introduce and also brag a little bit about our juror, Tony Allain. Although I'm pretty sure that this audience is well-versed in his masterful artworks, I'm excited to share a few slides that highlight his life as an artist, as well as his artistic accomplishments. After all, there's a reason why he has all those letters after his name. Tony lives and works in Scotland. He is an award-winning painter, instructor, and author, and has been painting for over 50 years. I will read to you in his own words what defines and inspires him as a painter. He said, "My passion will always be the landscape. It is why I became an artist. I want to share my vision of the world I see. Color and light is my motivation for choosing a subject. The light sparkling on the water, the color reflected in the landscape. I favor the early morning or late afternoon to capture these effects. I think an artist has to allow his surroundings to reveal itself before the artist can reveal their vision of the way they see the world unto others." Well said, Tony. Tony is a painter of color, light, and movement with a complete understanding of his surroundings. He was born and raised in the Channel Islands, where he studied life drawing from observation and painting from life. He moved to paint and live in Cornwall to capture the unique clarity of light living on the peninsula of the West Country. A move to New Zealand in 2006 proved to be a turning point in his career with the acceptance as Master of the Pastel Artists of New Zealand, signature member of the Pastel Society of America, and eminent pastelist of the International Association of Pastel Societies. Tony is also a member of the Pastel Society of London, the Royal Society of Marine Artists, and last but not least, Southeastern Pastel Society. Tony has exhibited extensively over the years. His work can be found in many leading galleries as well as private and corporate collections worldwide. He has exhibited with Pastel Society of America in New York, the Royal Society of Marine Artists in London, the International Pastel Exhibition in China, and Pastel Society Mall Galleries, London. Additionally, his work is regularly featured in the Artist Magazine and the Pastel Journal and the Pratique des Arts. This exhibition today will be shown in alphabetical order. So each painting will be displayed for approximately 5 seconds, allowing you to enjoy it and also read the name of the artist, where they live, the title, and the size of the painting. An asterisk by the artist's name indicates the artist is a member of the Southeastern Pastel Society. And then if you see the MOE, that is the Member of Excellence, if that's by their name. Award ceremony and demo will follow the show. The demo will be for approximately an hour. So without further ado, I will turn this over to Tony. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Anne. I hope you can all hear me. Thumbs up if it's okay. Thank you. Well, here we are. It is 6:15 my time, and it's 1 o'clock, maybe where you are. But hey, there are people from all over the planet, so welcome everybody. Excuse me. So, make your mark. Well, I think I will echo the thanks to the team of the Southeastern Pastoral Society, obviously for their endless work in bringing this fantastic international online exhibition, Make Your Mark 2022, for you to enjoy. Being invited to judge an exhibition is always a pleasure for me. It allows me to see new work, new artists in my own sort of private view. Being asked to judge this exhibition has indeed been a pleasurable duty. Firstly, I wish to thank Anne, Donna, and the board of the Southeastern Pastoral Society for their trust in me for being the judge of this very important international event. I was presented with, at first it was 500, but over 500 pieces of work that I had to feast my eyes on this. It was quite a daunting task, of course. But anyway, the brief was to select 120 for the exhibition, but to choose 9 award winners. It's important to understand that there will, of course, be some disappointments along the way. I only know too much about disappointments. I recently had all 5 of mine rejected from an exhibition, the starting line. However, we survive, and it's not life-threatening, and off we go and we paint again another day. So I know it's important to understand that there will, of course, be disappointments. However, I wish to congratulate all the 9 award winners, which I shall list and comment on later. And I also want to send a huge congratulations to all those artists whose work is featured in this exhibition. But lastly, I wish to congratulate all of the 514 artists who entered and gave me so much pleasure and joy in making my selection. Sadly, not everyone is a winner. We all know. So, judging 514 pieces and selecting just a fraction of those is a bit of a daunting task. So what makes a good painting? What makes a painting that finally gets past the starting line? Well, I believe that all forms of art, whether it's music, literature, drama, or the visual arts, should have some very important ingredients. And I list my 3 ingredients that I tend to look for when I'm judging as revelation, communication, and celebration. And I believe that an artist, as Anne mentioned in my brief bio, should allow their world and surroundings to reveal itself to them. And through the art of observing and gathering information and painting, the artist will in turn reveal their visual story onto others. And so that's the first part of the recipe. Communication, of course. Art should be able to communicate to its audience. Well, failure in this will only result in the artist basically speaking to themselves. And so it's important that art should communicate with others. And finally, art should celebrate. It should celebrate the natural world, the human form, the colors in nature which surround us every day. It should lift our spirits and, of course, elevate us to another level of enjoyment. So all of the works in this exhibition have some of these qualities. A chosen few have all 3 of these qualities. So that's basically my observation on judging and viewing and being juror of this exhibition. And I think we are now ready possibly to see a slideshow of the works. And hopefully you'll get the same pleasure and enjoyment as I did tirelessly the other week, selecting works. Now, I need to just ask for some information, I think from Anne, maybe. Are we going to...
Yes, we're going to go through the exhibition now. Cheryl's going to start it. Yep. And it'll be silent so everyone can enjoy it in peace and in their thoughts.
Okay, and so we're going to... I'm going to announce the awards.
At the end of the exhibition, when we finish the exhibition. Yep. Okay. So we're going to show the exhibition now. Here we go. So here we are. Tony?
Wasn't that fantastic? I mean, listen, 137 paintings we've just viewed in this wonderful private viewing in our own little areas, in our, you know, in our own homes. It's a shame. 137 paintings deserve 137 awards, because, you know, there's some amazing work out there, and you can see that from 514 plus to whittle it down to 137 was really a tricky task.
It's actually 121, Tony. 121, okay. Yeah.
Well, it's quite a task, you know, to whittle it down. But there are some great painters, some great artists out there, and it gave me a huge amount of pleasure. But sadly, of course, there's only 9 awards. I think we have 4 honourable mentions. And I think maybe what we should do is, can we show start with the honourable mentions, Anne? Would that be? This is, well, look at that. There's the first one, Anne Spivey.
Yeah.
I do love the looseness of the way this was rendered and the way it is observed. It's very intriguing. It's a very sort of mystical image of this lady in this big long red gown with that black mask there, turning her head away from the viewer. It's really, really quite a pleasant and pleasing composition, and a very simple color scheme, but beautifully put together. So congratulations, Anne. It's great. It's a great painting.
Thank you very much.
Toby Reed, Over the Falls. This artist actually had 2 images that I can remember. Both of them sort of water-based, but this one really grabbed my attention quite immediately. You can feel the dynamic movement in the water, especially in the foreground with all the spray gurgling and burbling up. Wonderful colors in the water. I mean, you know, this is an artist who really takes some observation of his landscape. And then we back away to the more smooth flowing water, the darker passages of this painting. And even now I'm squinting and looking at all of the values, and they all fall in and make sense. They pitch really well. So congratulations, Toby.
Thank you, Tony.
Rosemary, confident. Well, confident is the right word here. Here's some real confident, sure mark making. As an artist myself who started off with watercolor, I love the looseness of the underpainting there, whether it's gouache, ink, or watercolor, who cares? Look at the colors in the portrait, the way the light is just hitting that cheek, and even on the bottom lip there, little glints in the eye. You know, it's a great piece of work. 12 by 18, so nice size, great portrait. Rosemary, you must be really proud of that, because it's
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I do watercolor too. So.
Andrew McDermott. I had to keep coming back to this painting. It seemed to grab hold of me. I love the panorama effect, format, the 8 by 24, you know, the 3:1, and the composition. Look, the tree is smack in the middle of the image, but that lovely bend and that lovely twist of the tree on the left-hand side as we look at it, and the rendering of the pastel in the sky colors. It's a great composition, Andrew. And I mean, the colors in the foreground, look, if we had time, we could count them. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm not going to count them. There's got to be at least a dozen different colors that you've rendered in a simple foreground of grass. Wow. Bravo. Thanks very much. I don't know whether Andrew's there, but anyway, that was lovely. Niall, I didn't realize, Niall, this is a great painting. It's interesting because when I judge, obviously there are signatures on 1 or 2 items. I can't see the signature, and I'm not really interested in looking at the signature. But this one, wow, how many times did I come back to this one to keep looking at the texture and the reflections and the way you've rendered all the different metals, the copper, the brasses, even the reflection in the big jug on the left here. It's even got like little dents in it. It's just quite amazing. The reflections on the table, the attention to detail is absolutely superb. The colors of the platter or the tray in the background is just outstanding. And here we have a lemon. Now, there's just a simple lemon all by itself. I guess it's a little metaphor to say that you want to clean your brasses, use a little bit of lemon on there. Well done, Niall, so much. Well, that was the Nicky Dillon Award, a Merit Award, actually, I should say, Niall. So congratulations on that. Now we come to the 3rd place, the Ron Percio Award. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Donna, this is an artist that I haven't come across before, but I absolutely love the work. 18 by 24, good size painting. It's across the Lynn Canal from Viking Cove, I think was the title. Yes, it is there. So here is a painting by an artist who appears to have a complete understanding of their surroundings. The scene with its dramatic backdrop of snow-capped mountains is perfectly observed and rendered by pitching good values. Color and visual recession in both the landscape and the sky. The large expanse of water is not a distraction for me, but it's just a clever lead-in to the star of the show, those majestic mountains, drawn to the light that floods over the midground and the way it captures the snow peaks, giving the whole painting a feeling of natural grandeur. Congratulations to the artist for sharing this vision.
Thank you.
Second place award, Jerry Greenberg. Well, Jerry, what can I say? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say. 150 years ago, a group of French painters in Paris decided to launch their own exhibition after repeated rejections by the leading critics of their time. Of course, nowadays, everybody knows what the Impressionist paintings are full of life, colour and honesty. And you only look at Edward Manet's painting of the bar at the Folies Bergère. This brings me to this painting here. Isn't this fabulous? It's a painting where we can see the artist is free to follow her own approach to capturing the joy of Impressionism, colour, light and the freshness of the pure plastic. The choice of the subject matter or the way in which everyday scenes are transformed by their treatment of intense observation and figurative skills. This painting follows in the footsteps of the great Impressionism that revolutionized art and the perception of its techniques. So I can study this painting for hours and hours, even down to the little touches of highlight on the sneakers and the tennis shoes of the girl on the right, the way the light is catching her pants, and even to the server who's disappearing out of the picture. There's even a wee portrait there of this, and it's beautifully, beautifully observed. I love the impression of just the bottle bottles on the shelf. It really is a modern version of the Folies Bergère. Bravo. Well done,
Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you so much.
First place, Véronique Duboissevet. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. But so, hyperrealism is considered an advancement of photorealism. It's a fairly new art style developed roundabout in the 1970s. So this artist has left us without doubt the amazing attention to optically convincing visual illusion of absolute reality. From the folds in the material to the hair cascading over the shoulders and the fine lacework of the millinery. I mean, we're often and then drawn into the portrait of the sitter, complete with, and I thought it was a spot on my computer, but complete with beauty spot just on the lip there, just above the lip. And finally, the subtle way that the artist included this sort of faint shadow around the background of the wall, giving this a good sense of depth. The painting deserves lots of attention from the viewers. It certainly captured mine for quite some time. So bravo to you, Véronique. That's just an amazing piece of work. The colors in the dress, I just take my hat off to you because it's unbelievably, amazingly painted. It's beautiful painting. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Tony. Merci.
Noir Intense. Okay, best in show. Again, I kept coming back to this painting. It stirred something in me. I was smitten. I was spellbound by this. It took my breath away and captured my thoughts of this solitary figure of an elderly gentleman sitting quietly in this courtyard and contemplating his surroundings. It's a tonal painting of warm neutrals, exploring all the subtle value changes of this beautifully observed composition. The draftsmanship of all the elements is superbly painted, very much in keeping with the singer-sergeant sort of genre. The warm colors of the flesh tones and the exquisite attention to detail add the all-importance of balance of an exceptionally skilled and creative artist. Congratulations, Hai Shilei. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. But it's just, I mean, it brings back so many memories for me from only 3 or 4 weeks ago when I kept looking at this painting and I thought, this is unbelievable. You know, it's a big painting. I think it's in inches. I hope it's in inches, 28 by 40 inches. That's, you know, it's a fair sized piece of paper, but what a beautiful, beautiful painting. It's got so much to look at. And it actually gives me goose pimples to look at it. Wow. I can't say any more about that. That's just outstanding. It's been a great pleasure. As you can see, it's been a great pleasure. Very difficult to choose award winners out of that huge selection of paintings, but I'm sure you will agree with me that it was well worth looking at this show. And I want to say to the team of the Southeastern Pastoral Society, you have risen to the occasion, and it's just an amazing and spectacular international event. And I just feel humbled that you asked me to judge this show. Again, I will go back and say, having looked at the slideshow that came, and we all sat and enjoyed it, you know, great works of art kept popping up there, and I kept thinking, yes, that's going to be the winner. Oh, darn it, there's another one there. Oh, my dear, look at this one. And it just kept on going, and it went on and on and on. And I had to keep going backwards and forwards And the winners kept going, yes, I'm going to put that in the winning slot. That one needs to go in this slot here. Oh, hang on a minute. I need to think carefully about this. So it was hard work, enjoyable work, but I hope that, as I say, the rest of you guys who didn't quite get to the finishing line, but you were worthy winners, all of you. So thank you again, once again, for allowing me to be part of your world and to see what you see and to see your stories being told.
First of all, we want to congratulate all of you for being in the exhibit. And wow, what a show. So impressive. And thank you, Tony, so much for doing such a beautiful job and selecting such a variety of pieces that I believe actually, you know, they really do deserve awards, all of them. But the final awards, I agree with you 100%. They're outstanding. So we applaud all of you and congratulate all of you in the show and the winners. The winners will receive a monetary award and ribbons, and our exhibit chair will be sending those out to you in the next couple of weeks. If your art was not accepted in this exhibit, please keep painting and keep entering exhibits. Something that may not have gotten in this exhibit could get into a different show. This helps us stretch and grow so that we can improve our work and keep working at it. We're happy with the skill level of the entries and Tony's selection for this exhibit. Thank you to all the artists that entered. Thank you to Tony for selecting such a beautiful exhibit for the Pastel Society. And so we are having a demo. Tony is doing a demo for us. So without any further ado, this concludes our award ceremony portion of our program.